Hello. It's the name's on the title. Don't need to say it. Can figure it out. However, what a good day. What a brilliant, absolutely brilliant day. We're soon to be going into more in depth lessons into this structured space. This little space we have between each other throughout the scope of it that transforms the whole environment that we're in. And it's all about mutual benefit, mutual respect, mutual independence with each other, not just unitary, but it's changed through the connections we have with each other, which we forget about in our documents for our nature that we have. We also forget about mutual spirituality. We think it's all alone, but it's really not. It's not just spirituality, but prayer, the soul, all of it. It's all tied together. Atheism, Christianity, Mormonism, Buddhism, Hinduism, just different parts of coexistence that are absolutely also not coexistence. Well, in its entirety, it's just different, not different sames, but it's whatever you think of it as, your opinion, and that has a well regarded truth factor that we don't really focus on entirely. We want to talk more about personal development training that we will hear on multiply go through in these lessons. I'm using non-standardized ways of commune because I suck at being on camera, honestly. Not really the best. Just being more conforming to the view of what I want to feel like on camera so I can showcase the vulnerability so I can grow from whatever video this is without putting up a front and all that stuff. But inherently, we're drifting away from solipsism, empiricism, existentialism, and nihilism. We're not in that area of perspective quite anymore because there's much more to focus on altogether, Just keep in touch, but I'm not gonna stand up from this couch because I have a certain issue with wandering around without just talking, being here, and communicating on camera. I'm watching Seinfeld right now, not paying much attention to it. Here with one of my dogs and just relaxing. We're gonna probably talk about different types of hallucinogens, be it curious aspects of 5-MeO, DMT, and other drugs. Like I've took 5-MeO DMT before, but I haven't took it in years. It was an experience, but couldn't really handle the high. But nowadays, I'm a bit more mature to be able to handle such components. But I believe that hallucinogens aren't. They're more like a shortcut to getting to the next level of understanding when you already have the understanding right in your lap. at the moment. It's a little bit difficult because you just want to learn more, or grow more, have more, but you already have it. You just need to tap into it or know how it works, know how the system is able to function, and sometimes you need to learn the feedback loops, how to get there, and the runes, the symbols to get to exactly where you're trying to go. However, the problem with this school system is that we forget our lessons day by day. So we have to create more lessons to get back into the fruition. Sometimes we fall a little bit back. You sometimes even fall back a grade or boost up a grade or go through a feedback process that leads us to the same spot we were already in. But no, no problem with that. We're just going through a change in perspective, because our consciousness starts to drift away when we're in certain mental states. But as we go through this school learning structure, you will find that I have certain different mentalities or perspectives that drift and go into. You see, it's kind of strange. Like, I've always been on this camera, but I've never really truly been myself, because I feel like I have to put on a little bit of an act when I'm on camera. But I've been saying that for the past whole video. Need to work on. Nah, I don't need to. You can just hear me as is, as the situation is. What is? What is? So keep in touch.